After years of silence, former Chattanooga nurse Tiffany Dover is finally speaking out about the scene that garnered nearly 1.5 million views on our YouTube page.
The NBC reporter who got Dover to talk spoke with our Jemiah Beatty about their discussion. Jemiah joins us now with more. Jemiah.
Cindy, Greg, the reporter told me Tiffany Dover is alive and breathing. Brandy Zadrozny says Dover has no regrets for receiving the COVID-19 vaccine and says she is finally ready for the world to hear her story.
My message is simple. It is that I am alive. I'm alive. I'm well. That's it. I hope they believe it.
Tiffany Dover, the nurse who fainted on camera at CHI Memorial 2 years ago, finally opened up about the incident. Brandy Zadrozny is an NBC reporter and creator of the Tiffany Dover is Dead podcast, which debunks misinformation spread by truthers or conspiracy theorists. The story of Tiffany Dover swept the nation as people reacted to her fainting after she received her first COVID-19 shot. Our news team was there capturing it all on camera. Social media went into a frenzy. Online rumors claimed Dover was replaced by a body double.
When she got the vaccine, she was so delighted. And then, the problem was that she fainted on a live stream.
Zadrozny says Dover's story was the perfect target for conspiracy theorists. She says Dover became the icon for the anti-vaccine community.
To think that you are being used to deter somebody from getting the vaccine. And that was really hard for me to cope with.
Are you saying you blamed yourself?
Yes, absolutely. I would have people say, how many people did not receive the vaccine because of you? It's crazy when you go in to save lives and then something like that happens.
Zadrozny says Dover kept quiet because she says the hospital told her to do so. She no longer works at CHI Memorial. She says Dover sent a text in February saying she was ready to share her story. This after years of being harassed and stalked by strangers.
When a truther who calls himself the vaccine police and comes armed to her home, even beyond that scary feeling, there's the idea that Tiffany sort of lost any notion of who she could trust.
In a one-on-one interview on NBC, Dover said while she didn't die that day, the life she knew did. After being quiet for so long, she's ready for normalcy.
I think the first step is to sort of reclaim her voice and get her life back on track. She is home with 2 kids, so she's a stay-at-home mom right now, but she wants to go back to nursing.
Zadrozny has worked to get the facts out. She says it's often easy to believe conspiracy theories, but we should all fact-check. She says there is something to learn from Dover's story.
I think Tiffany has learned about what not to do when you're targeted by a conspiracy theory. And I'm hoping that that lesson comes through in the podcast and in the piece, which is we're sort of in this era where being silent and ignoring what we see online is no longer an option. And so we have to speak out. The truth needs an advocate.
The NBC reporter says her work is never done, but is enjoying the happy ending. You can listen to Tiffany Dover is Dead anywhere you stream podcasts. We'll have that information inside our app. Reporting live, I'm Jemiah Beatty.